When you load up a typical Minecraft world, this is what you get. Some forest, maybe a plains or a desert. Well, in this world, this is where I spawned. Now, if you squint and pay really close attention here, you might see something, hard to notice. Have you got a guess? You're right, this isn't the overworld. Shocker, I know. So, let's back up for a second. How did I get here? The easy answer? I'm aghast. Yeah, we may need to back up a little bit more. I'm playing with mods. Nothing crazy, mainly stuff that adds a variety to the terrain and more block options for building, with one clear-cut exception, the Origin mod. My randomly assigned origin is aghast. This means I get to do cool stuff like shoot fireballs at things, but it also means that I spawned in the nether with nothing and no way out. Since the nether's a pretty hostile place, the plan is pretty obvious. But first, let's go back in time and see how I got to this point. So I'm just gonna load into this new world. I think I'll try loading as a random origin, and then we'll see what we get. So you can see I actually have a huge list of origins loaded on. I have a ton of different mods for this, so I think between all of them I should be able to come up with something quite cool. So let's press select, and we're loading in. Oh, okay. What's really interesting about this is actually the first part, spirits of players who died in the nether, yearning to find a way back home. I think with that in mind, our goal here is pretty obvious. We need to find a way to the overworld. So, as you may have noticed, that slow fall is going to take a bit to get used to. As is this highway, let's check how tall I am. Not quite 3 blocks, but pretty close. Oh, this is a very stark difference to how I actually look, guys. Okay, I'm going to cut that out. What was I saying? There are 2 basic structures around here, and that is going to be the Bastion and the Nether Fortress. As I'm sure a lot of people will know, that means that the way to get out of here is pretty clear-cut. So, to get out of the Nether, all we need are 2 things, obsidian and flint and steel. So I guess maybe that's closer to 3 things. All of these are going to be pretty easy to get. In fact, we can actually get the flint right now. Okay, maybe not as fast as I was expecting. Okay, we have a flint. That means we need iron and obsidian. So, the easiest way to get obsidian is going to be trading with it, which means I need to find a bastion, and I also need to get some gold. As well as that, we need to get the iron. I'm pretty sure you can also get iron from a bastion, so that's going to be my goal for now. It'll definitely be in the loot chest, if not a tradable thing. So, I think that's what we should be going for right now, is we need to find a bastion. Oh! Guys, I swear the sea doesn't say it. Wait, isn't Nether Fortress actually useful to me anyway? Okay. Probably a good thing to mention at this point is that this is a semi-hardcore world. So if I die, the world's not over. But my origin's going to be reset and I'm going to, not be aghast anymore. Now, I actually quite like this origin. And I would like... Oh my god! Aren't you my friend? Okay, no one likes me here. Please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. So... that gives us some stakes here, some incentive to survive, because if I die, I'm not going to be aghast anymore. So, I have to get out of the nether without dying. I think the first thing I need to do, if I'm planning on going into that blaze fortress, is I'm going to need some tools so I can break in the side and not, go along the top where all the wither skeletons and stuff are. Okay, let's grab some wood, let's craft some tools. Okay, the nether fortress is over there, but I think for now it's going to be in my best interests if I actually go somewhere else to look for a bit of food. As well as that, while the fortress could potentially be a little bit helpful, I think what's going to be a lot more relevant... Oh no. What is attacking me? Okay, this is actually the end. Huh. I forgot how hard this is. Rather than choose a new origin, I decided to restart the world with the ghast origin again to see if I could get further. That didn't happen. That's the wither thing. Okay. Let's move away. I need... I swear to God I didn't look at it. I swear to God I didn't look at it. I'm gonna spend more time loading worlds than I am playing in them. Before we move, before we acknowledge this, before we do anything, I need to find a safe space. Everything is gonna be just fine. Hello. Sorry for the close angle here. I feel like we don't know each other quite well enough yet to be this familiar. But I need to be in this hole so I can actually talk to you without dying. So, it appears this is not as easy as I had first envisioned. So, although the vanilla nether is, it's dangerous, you know, you've got blazes, you've got wither skeletons, you've got magma cubes. Normally I'm only in there with diamond armor and tools, so I didn't really realize just how bad the situation is for me. As well as the regular vanilla stuff, it seems like there might be at least a couple of modern mobs out for my blood. And this was when I remembered something. You see, this actually isn't my first time doing something like this. Back in 2023, when I was first getting interested into modded Minecraft, I did something quite similar to this, or attempted to, and without the proper planning to execute it, this is how it went. And apologies for the poor microphone quality in advance.
Oh no, I'm dead. Should I just let myself die at this point? Oh my god. Oh my god.
Yeah, I was gonna need a strategy, and fast. So, I think we need a step-by-step action plan. Step 1, gather tools. I need the tools, so you know why I need tools. Step 2, food. I'm thinking mushroom stew is probably going to be my best bet, but if I find anywhere with hoglins or any loot chests that roll food, that's something good to go for. Right now, I've already lost 2 hearts, and being a ghast means I have less hearts to begin with, so not in a great position, but I reckon we can still give this a go. This looks like a tree to me, so let's get to work on objective number 1. Tools. No, not that again, not that again, not that again, not that again. Turns out my step-by-step plan was missing something important. As someone who I should probably know the name of once said, know thy enemy, so I decided to finally heed these wise words and headed to Google to figure out what I was up against. And the conclusion of all that? I just needed to run faster and hope for the best. So that's what I decided to do. I keep running into the one that seems like one of the very few mobs that is actually going to be able to deal a lot of damage to me. I think the answer might mainly just end up coming down to a little bit of strategy and a lot of luck. And maybe avoiding those jungle biomes. I was on my 4th try, and armed with all of the knowledge I was probably going to get, I was determined it would be my last. And as it turned out, I might have been in a little bit of luck with this run. It's a proper mushroom biome. Let's have a bit of a go at these mushrooms. Just so, if you can't tell what I'm thinking, this is for food. I think mushroom stew is going to be the best source of it. Now, I think 1 red mushroom and 1 brown mushroom alongside a bowl make... Is it a couple of mushroom soup? Is it only 1? Either way, it's best to stock up on this as much as we can. Because, you know, if we're hopeful about this, we might last long enough to really need it. Especially with mobs with a wither effect around. Great, this has got to be enough to tide me over at least a little while. And here's a super quick resource gathering speedrun. I told you, super quick. Wonderful. Okay. Next steps. Next step is to not get shot. Next step is apparently to find another nether fortress. Is this 3? Let's see if we head over here. The main goal is gonna just be trying to find some loot chests. See if we can get any obsidian, any flint, any iron. Or, you know, armor would actually maybe even be more important at this point. Let's just block this up to make sure nothing follows us. And, oh, this is gonna take forever. Ugh! The wood is over there. There are most definitely piglins in the way. Who knew piglins would be such a major setback? I think this might be about the time to check on my abilities. So yeah, I have a whole host of useful abilities that I hadn't even looked at until that point. No! Where did it hit me from? It's from overusing the ability? Okay. Good thing I figured that one out. Well, if I'd known I could get up here, that would have made a lot easier. God, I could have killed myself doing that and I didn't even realize. That is an exceptionally helpful ability. After that great discovery, we're back to digging. Woo! The thing is, if I get cornered by a wither skeleton, like, this is probably where I die. I feel like I should most definitely be more cautious than I'm being right now. Enough gold for some boats. This is not safe at all, but I think this is worth it. Worth the investment. Okay, another objective completed. With tools, food, flint, and gold armor down, all I needed was iron and obsidian. Holy jackpot! Is this good enough to declare this place is cleared and try to find a bastion? I mean, I have iron for the flint and steel. I have gold armor. Okay, actually, what I really need to use the iron for, that is what I need. Okay, I'm feeling a lot more confident now. Flint and steel. Let's just grab that so we don't forget. Now, all we need is obsidian. I'm not sure if the blue obsidian works for a portal or not. Either way, we need a lot more. So that's our next step. So I began to embark on a long and dangerous journey in search of a bastion. No, no, no. Oh god, I'm in a really dangerous situation here. What is pus bubble? Wait, blood? Oh, the biome name is visceral heap. That's so weird. That actually made me feel a little sick. Can you leave me alone? I'm really just trying to find a bastion so I can get out of here. As you can probably tell from my voice in that last clip, by this point, I'd have spent like an hour looking for this bastion. I was exhausted and running out of hope. But, as it would turn out, the visceral heap would actually become my unlikely saviour. As I was walking, I wondered if it was possible that there was an alternate solution to my problem with all these mods I had installed. Surely not. Right? Obsidian? Those make obsidian when they blend together. It behaves like water. Is there something I can do with that? I need a bucket. It's another nether fortress. Okay, now we're going with a clear goal in mind. We need iron and we need buckets. And if we got this, all we need is some iron without dying and we're gonna be out of here. Seriously? A flint and steel after everything I went through. This is kind of embarrassing. Not worth it. Okay, everything's fine. And I'm gonna go right around the corner and there's gonna be a chest with 3 whole pieces of iron. Okay, not what I was looking for, but not necessarily unhelpful. Diamonds for iron. after this, if the unidentifiable streams of goop that really doesn't look particularly pleasant, if that plan doesn't work, at this point, I'm gonna cry. However long I spent in that damn nether fortress looking for any bit of iron I could get my hands on. To no avail. Wait, what if, instead of doing this the way I was planning, if putting it like that? No, I do need a bucket. Maybe I can do this. I need a platform on which to stand. Okay, so I'm sure this is possible, especially considering I can step in the lava. Like, I can clear patches out of the lava. Like this, right? In case you don't understand what's going on, because to be honest, I didn't understand what's going on and I kind of still don't understand what happened, but the general plan was to use the brown goo that looks like water and kind of redirect that to strategically place obsidian to form a nether portal frame. Kind of like what you're seeing on screen right now, except obviously a lot more difficult since I don't have access to buckets. Back to the game. If I can clear something out like this, and then redirect something like that so it's gonna end up down there. Maybe I should try starting from here. I just have to carefully think through what I'm doing. Okay, so I need to clear out a bit of that. We have obsidian there. We need to get it over here. Is that gonna work? Oh god, this is difficult without a bucket. I'm a little worried about how effective this method is actually gonna be. I'm sure it's possible. I'm not sure that I have the brain power to execute it. I don't need obsidian in any side areas. Theoretically, I could use that gravel to drop down, clear some area for me to stand and work from. Let's try letting that over here. Oh no. How long is it going to take to mine out a piece of obsidian with a stone pickaxe? Because I feel like the answer might be a little while. Place your bets. Okay. Okay. Like that. And then like that. I think. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I think that's actually right. Oh my god. Now, for the top, for my final trick, which I don't know if this actually works. This is actually gonna be the proper test of this. And it's gonna work, right? This would be the final concluder. Would it light with the blue obsidian at the top? Or would it not? And I'd be back to square one. That is the cheatiest way I could have done that instead of finding a bastion. Oh my god. Okay, through the portal. Oh no.